Very gray.
It's gunmetal gray.
I'm gonna wait for boss subtitles.
Huh?
I'm waiting for boss subtitles.
Yeah, right? Big fucking gun. Metal Gear Rex.
Rex.
Oh, it's a Doom weapon. Okay.
Yes, Elliot, that's the
BFG?
Yeah.
Alright, boss battle time.
Let's talk to Nastasha. Maybe she can give us some pointers.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe Otacon. But let's start first.
I am a military analyst and an expert on high-tech weapons, but I don't know anything about Metal Gear.
Anything.
Why don't you ask Dr. Emmerich?
Hoping he'll tell me anything.
And like Liquid is just waiting impatiently.
Rex's armor is impregnable. You can't
Probably
do
enjoying
any
a quick
damage with
wank.
the weapons you've got. Rex uses the latest advances in compound armor. The only way you can pierce it is with a high-performance heat round.
So what do I do?
Rex's pilot seat operates exactly like a VR system. It's got multiple sensors.
It's a video game
connected
player?
to a high-tech interface used for the
Oh, it
control.
is. It's a video game player.
It's completely self-enclosed and shut off from the outside environment.
Like a video game
Yeah,
player.
like a video game player.
That's right. So if you could somehow destroy the sensors, do you see that round plate on Rex's left arm?
Yeah, that thing that looks like a shield.
That's a radome. If you can destroy that thing, it won't be able to use its electronic equipment.
So he'll be blinded.
Yeah, try to hit that radome with a Stinger missile.
So that will stop it?
No. Rex was designed so it can be controlled manually, too.
Oh, come on!
The part that looks like a beak is where the pilot seat is. In an emergency, it'll open up. Rex's armor is perfect. You can't destroy it.
You told me that already.
But the interior is a
But
different
what about a heat
story.
round?
I get it. First I destroy the radome. That will force him to open up the pilot's seat.
Right.
Frankly, the sheer fact that you can destroy it with something called the heat round, which implies that it's already being made in currently existing technology, must mean that Rex really isn't as infallible as Liquid's like them to think it is.
Well, the radome is a different story. I think the radome might be made out of a different material so that it can do what it does.
Yeah.
And the cockpit is about as wide open as you can get.
Yeah, what I'm saying
So-
though is that even if you didn't destroy the radome, it just went right for the freaking armor itself. A high-performing heat round sounds like something you could just launch out of a tank, really.
So Chaff disables it?
No, chaff only disables the missiles, and you're gonna want that. Rex has 3 attacks: the machine guns, a tail laser, and missiles. Missiles being the worst of it.
Of course missiles will be the worst.
Alright, so strategies for this. What I like to do is I like to stay close to Rex. Not too far away, but close enough so that when he goes on... When he squats, he's about to do his knee missiles. That's the best time you can hit him. Really, though, they encourage you to throw chaffs.
If you know where to go, where you can avoid the missiles, yeah, but if you don't, it's a good idea to use the chafes.
I actually do like on the radar how it actually shows Metal Gear and
Tail
how
laser,
it's
Johnny.
moving.
Most powerful attack in the game.
The tail laser?
It's the most damaging weapon he has. It's a fucking laser.
I would think the missiles would hurt just as badly.
No,
Then
because
again, if you want to go by realistics, the machine gun would hurt just as badly. You know,
you would think the missiles would... Sorry for interrupting you that, Matt, but you would think the missiles would be the most damaging attack, but once one missile hits you, you fall to the ground and you get invincibility frames.
right.
The laser is one shot, one deal thing.
You know, every time he shoots the knee missiles, I immediately think of the Shinra music.
Why?
Because of the
Like
freaking
Frog
Frog
Cloud?
Cloud.
Yeah, actually, I can see where you're getting that. Oh, fuck, it's not dead yet.
Yeah,
That
right,
little
you can't
bit.
get- oh, by the way, you can't get crushed.
Yeah, but I'd never had that happen to me. Is it graphic?
It's quick.
And he's done.
I find it like really bad writing in a way that Otacon purposely designed this fucking thing with a weak point. I mean, I'm grateful because it gives us a way to stop him, but at the same time,
It's not a weak point. It's a character flaw.
character flaw, weak point, tomato to potato.
Same difference.
I can't read!
Oh no! So the
Oh, Spider-Man, he's come to rescue us!
So the first battle was entirely pointless.
Yeah, no, not necessarily. You weakened it enough for Gray Fox to finish it off,
Spider-Man has come to rescue us.
and he's ripped off Mega Man's arm.
Everybody gets one. Yeah, where the hell did the gun come from?
Probably just a modification. Probably just a weapon modification he got from the lab.
Jesus!
I always wanted that as a weapon.
Fox,
Would've been
why?
good.
What do you want from me?
I am a prisoner of death. Only you can free me.
Fox, stay
By
out of
killing you?
this. What about Naomi? She's hell-bent on taking revenge for you.
Is now a time for this?
You're the only one who can stop her.
I'm all for the exposition, but now?
Why?
Because I'm the one who killed her parents.
Hey, Naomi. Oh, Naomi.
Jesus.
I
Singing.
was young then, and couldn't bring myself to kill her too. I felt so bad that I decided to take her with me. I raised her like she was my own blood to soothe my guilty conscience. Even now, she thinks of me as her brother.
Fox,
From the outside, we might have seemed like a happy brother and sister, but every time I look
Oh, I'm out of control here.
parents' eyes staring back at me.
Oh, Jewel. Oh.
Tell her
Nope, Roach.
that I was the one who did it.
there you are.
I almost know where you are.
We're just about out of time.
If I keep shooting in circles, I'm bound to hit something.
Law of averages.
I'll stop it from moving.
Fox!
This is a hell of a lot flashier and expensive.
I'd imagine.
I still think it's not bad for PS.
Oh fuck! Failure. Oh.
Not again!
Ow.
Jesus.
Middle East, we don't hunt foxes, we hunt jackals. Instead of foxhounds, we use royal harriers.
Fox!
How strong is that exoskeleton of yours? Snake, are you just going to sit by and watch him die?
That's the one.
Fox is more dangerous than a jackal.
You destroyed the radome.
Impressive! You are indeed worthy of the code name Fox, but now you're finished!
No! Fire the stinger!
Once again,
Can you
clock gets
really
extended
shoot?
because Snake
You'll
loses
kill
his
him
balls.
too.
Okay, let's try this there.
Now! In front of you!
No good. I can't. No good. Need to stall plot.
No good.
No good. Plot demented.
Yeah, every time you hit square, Snake says something. You can't shoot.
Truly alive!
Ah, fuck.
I can't do it. No good. I can't do it.
In a world of light.
He was in Vegas?
I can't do it.
Wait, are you aiming at him?
Put him on his ass hat. He is a prisoner of death, Matt.
That still makes you an ass hat. People want to commit. You don't help people in committing suicide.
Oh.
And honestly, with being blown up being worse than this?
Oh.
Snake, we're not tools of the government or anyone else. Fighting
I love
was
this line.
the only thing I was good at. But at least I always fought for what I believed in. Snake, farewell.
Jeez. Ouch.
Why does it roar?
I can imagine Otacon putting in a sound clip for that.
I was expecting to hear Godzilla from that.
Metal Gear Rex.
Man,
Really?
he prayed for death.
Maybe that or the T-Rex roar.
The only
from
thing I
Jurassic
can
Park.
the only reason why I can think it has a built-in roar is because for intimidation purposes.
I can honestly see Otacon putting that in there. To Jackass put in a radome that would blow. That would be a huge weak.
So then why does Metal Gear Gecko sound like a freaking cow?
Intimidation purposes, or just to weird you the fuck out.
To sound like a cow?
Cows
Alright,
can be
so
pretty scary.
the radome is gone, so we have to aim for the cockpit now.
It sounds like an American cow, not a European
Come on,
cow.
do your knee missile already. Oh, that missed.
That.
Oh,
dude,
oh,
what?
that was close.
Luckily, the shockwave doesn't hurt you. Oh,
Do you have any rations?
I do.
There's 5 of them.
Why am I crawling? Shit. Oh, what the fuck? My aim's off today.
You were doing so well the first time. What happened?
Well, the radome is a lot easier to hit.
The first time, this is the first take we've seen him do this.
Oh, do your nimbus. Why isn't he doing the knee missiles?
Probably shot them all.
If the missile was to hit him directly, you expect him to be dead.
Normally, yes.
But then again, this is Metal Gear Solid.
It's a video game in general. I would hate it if I could one-shot this asshole.
There you go. I just do that over and over again.
That's it. Well, I'm not getting shot, you know?
No promises, Matt.
I'm talking to the players, not you. You gotta be quick with it, though, depending upon the angle you go at it.
Yeah.
Too late. Oh.
No, just in time.
Nope, Chuck does it.
How dare you for doubting him?
Oh, shit.
That was kind of funny. That was really funny. That was a clean hit! That was a fuck up. Johnny, what the fuck are you shooting at?
I'm aiming for the cockpit.
At least you got him.
He already got you. By the way, if you lose here, I think you gotta do the radome bit again.
Do you?
I believe you do.
Which is a nice way of saying unskippable cutscene. Fuck.
That's a way of saying fuck you.
Woo! Oh.
One more hit.
No. Too much.
Come on, Johnny. Take out Milligram Rex.
It is
You say milligram Rex.
Metal boring Rex?
Metal.
I thought you
Milligram.
said milligram Rex.
That's one big milligram.
Gotcha.
And that's it for Rex. What a letdown, eh?
I'll crush you into dust.
You can't crush me into dust.
After I finish exploding, I'll crush you.
Shit.
I'm expecting like where he's sitting for it to just pop out like a chair. Not like
an ejection seat.
not like a chair, like a tongue. I mean, the chair he's sitting in to be like a tongue. That's why I meant.
That's kind of what I got when I saw the whole cockpit there, to be honest. It red ringed.
And the warranty's long expired.
Shit.
Not the good tux.
A spectacular.
Actually, I think that's the last time we see it.
Of course he survived.
I'm a survivor. I'm a go-giver.
No. Do not bring Destiny's Child into this.
Can you or can you not see Liquid singing that?
Well, at least humming it.
And then Snake's singing the Bee Gees. You know, staying alive.
Liquid, you're still alive.
I won't die as long as you.
Yeah, you can control Snake's head here.
Too bad.
Don't go look.
It looks like your revolution was a failure.
Just because you
He's having a
destroyed
seizure.
Metal Gear
No, remember,
doesn't mean
they talk by bobbing their heads.
Yeah.
Fighting. What do you
Wow,
want?
that's a nice ass.
A world where
So this is what it looks like when they're bobbing their heads.
as we once were, as we should be.
That was Big Boss's fantasy.
It was his dying wish. When he was young, during the Cold War, the world needed men like us. We were
The
valued.
world needed Jane
We were
Fonda.
desired.
Jane Fonda.
But things are different now.
How dare we strive
With
for
all
peace?
the lies and hypocrites running the world, war isn't what it used to be.
Ain't what
We're
it used to
losing
be.
our place in a world that no
So he's
longer
war hungry,
needs
right?
us. A world that now spurns our very existence.
No idea.
You should know that
Sounds
as
like it.
well as I do. After I launch this weapon and get our $1 billion, we'll be able to bring chaos and honor back to this world gone soft.
This sounds like the
Conflict will breed
equivalent of getting a
conflict.
lecture from
New
your
hatred
beer-bellied
will
high
arise.
school gym teacher.
Then we'll steadily expand our sphere of influence.
Well, how ironic.
But as long as there are people, there will always be war.
But the problem is balance. Father knew what type of a balance was best.
Is that the only reason?
Isn't it reason enough?
No.
For warriors such as us?
I don't want that kind of world.
You! So why are you here then? Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you?
Because the player demands it.
Come here. Well, I'll tell you.
I think he just sneezed.
He really did get a cold.
Killing. That's why.
What?
Are you denying it? Haven't you already killed most of my comrades?
Well, in all fairness, self-defense.
I watched your face when you did it. It was filled with the joy.
By the way, he's talking to us players, by the way.
There's a killer inside you.
Actually, my
You don't
face was
have to
blank.
deny it. We were created to be that way.
Created?
What? He inputted?
Snake, your role is over.
Les enfants terribles, the terrible children. That's what the
translator.
project was called. It
the
started
SARS.
in the 1970s.
No, wait, not the SARS. Yeah,
Their
translator.
plan was to artificially create the most powerful soldier possible. The person that they chose as the model was the man known then as the greatest living soldier in the world.
Big boss.
I'd be proud to be one of Big Boss's children, even if I had like 2 chromosomes in my entire
So they
body.
created us from his cells.
You're the
The
waste.
combination
Dog.
of 20th century
Oh,
analog
look.
cloning
One of
and
Metal
the
Gear Rex's
super
arms is a
baby
tuning
method.
fork.
Super baby.
They fertilized an egg with one of Father's cells, and then let it divide into 8 clone babies. Then they transferred.
They keep
the
shooting
clones
the,
to someone's uterus.
They keep shooting
later
Rex's tuning
intentionally
fork, and
aborted
then it's just like a whole bunch of
fetus
sounds
to
and shit.
encourage strong fetal growth. You and I were originally octuplets.
Ah,
Jesus!
The other 6 of our brothers were sacrificed to make us. We were accomplices in murder before the day we were even born.
oops.
So it was you and I, 2 fertilized eggs with exactly the same DNA. But they weren't finished yet.
Oh no.
They used me as a guinea pig to create a phenotype in which all of the dominant genes were expressed. To create you. I got all of the recessive genes. You took everything from me before I was even born.
That makes
What
no
are
sense.
you even talking about?
His only children.
You just said that the other
genome
6 died.
soldiers. They too are his
Oh.
progeny, carrying on his genetic legacy. But
Those mouth breathers.
with the completion of the Human Genome Project, the mysteries of humanity were laid bare. Thanks to Father's DNA, they
What the
were
hell?
able to identify more than 60 soldier genes responsible for everything.
I think Hideo
from
Kojima just wanted an
strategic
excuse to wear
thinking
to wear one of
the
those.
killer instinct.
Yeah.
Well, this is all stock footage.
Those
Yeah.
soldier genes were transplanted.
As long as
into
it
the
serves the
members of
purpose,
next
it doesn't matter what it really
generation
does, like the
special
Peacekeeper
forces.
missile they used earlier.
That's how they
Yeah.
became the Genome Soldiers. That's right. The Genome Soldiers that you've been killing are our brothers with the same genes as ours.
But we're the only 2 that survived out of 8. I murdered at least 400.
That's right.
Oh,
They are our brothers.
what kind of tuplet is
Created
that?
artificially through the alignment of nuclear
Octuplet to the octuplet to the 16th power.
Product of numerous sacrifices.
8 to the 20th.
Human experiments. 1991, the Gulf War. The military secretly injected soldiers with the soldier genes. The
Oh,
Gulf
great,
War
this is when Captain
syndrome
America
that
was supposed to come.
hundreds of thousands of
Oh, wait, no, that was
returning
World War II.
soldiers complained about was a side effect of it.
Oh, sorry.
Everyone knows that the Gulf War syndrome was caused by exposure to depleted uranium used in the anti-tank rounds.
That was just a cover story issued by the Pentagon.
Oh, Jesus.
First, they tried to say it was post-traumatic stress disorder, then chemical or biological weapons. The poison gas detection units and the anti-sarin injections, they were all just a cover-up of the secret genetic experiments.
You would think a slideshow more relevant to the topic at hand would be more fitting.
That have been reported by Gulf War veterans are...
Yes, they too are our brothers and sisters.
Well, still, dude.
So the genome soldiers mean that the experiments were a
I always wanted the
success?
cosplayers to sniff it.
They're a complete...
I loved you on Wall Street!
are on the verge of extinction.
What?
So they're an endangered species?
Have you ever heard of the asymmetry theory? Nature tends to favor asymmetry. Those species which have gone extinct all show signs of symmetry. The
Can you at least
genome
explain
soldiers
asymmetry to me
suffer from the
first?
same problem. Signs of symmetry. So do I. As do you. That's right.
This is by far the longest
We're all on
cutscene.
the verge of death at the genetic level. We don't know when or what type of disease will occur. That's why we need the old man's genetic information.
You want Big Boss's DNA so you can save your family?
How will you go about doing that?
In nature, family members don't mate with each other, and yet they help each other to survive. Do you know why? It increases the chance
'Cause
that
incest
their
is
genes
gross.
will be passed on to a new generation. Altruism among blood relatives is a response to natural selection. It's called the selfish gene theory.
You're telling me that your genes are ordering you to save the genome soldiers?
You can't fight your genes. It's fate. All living things are born for the sole purpose of passing on their parents' genes. That's why I'll follow what my genes tell me.
See, there's one thing to be said about
And then I'm
pure,
going
good
to go
old-fashioned
beyond.
insanity, and that's what I like about Liquid Snake
In
here.
order to break the curse
Liquid Snake
of my
thinks he's
parents.
making a lot of sense. In reality, he's saying fuck all bonkers.
You know, it's also illogical from my viewpoint. He hates Big Boss, but believes in what he
Do
believes in.
that first.
Yeah, right. Well, you can actually... No, it's not necessarily true. You can like the ideology and hate some people in it. For example,
Look
I'm trying to think of a controversial example.
Meryl,
Furry.
is she alive?
I'm not
There
sure.
can be a... You can understand the reasoning behind it, and there can be some good people in the practice, but you just don't fucking like it all the same.
Meryl.
Or maybe you don't have anything against the practice, but one person who goes about with a Messiah complex like that, you just want to knock the fuck
We
out
have
of.
no past, no future, and even if we did, it wouldn't be truly ours.
I worded that so wrong,
You and
but
I are just copies of our father,
But I think
Big
I understand what
Boss.
you're getting at.
Let Meryl go.
I'm trying to. I'm sorry. It's just.
It's okay, man. I understand what you mean.
We're almost
Right.
out of time.
You're talking about Fox Die.
No. It seems now that the Pentagon knows that Metal Gear is destroyed, they've arrived at a decision. They won't even need a PDA. If you want the details, why don't you ask your precious Colonel Campbell?
I would if you could untie me.
Colonel,
Oh.
can you hear me?
Yes, I'm listening.
What is the Pentagon trying to do? Colonel, answer me.
I was.
Secretary of Defense has taken over active control of this operation. He's on his way there by AWACS.
What for?
Bomb the
AWACS.
place.
What?
Not only that, B-2 bombers just lifted off from Galena Air Force Base. They're carrying B-6113 surface-piercing tactical nuclear bombs.
What? Metal Gear is destroyed. Tell the Secretary of Defense.
The Secretary of Defense heard that Naomi double-crossed us, and he's worried about Fox Die. Now that there's no more danger of a nuclear strike from Metal Gear, he's going to do whatever's necessary to cover up the truth of what really happened here.
He's going to drop a nuclear bomb to vaporize all the evidence along with anyone who knows anything.
Which is gonna raise a different question. Who the fuck decided to nuke Alaska?
Yeah.
Better yet,
I may
why
not
the
be
fuck
a
nuke
figurehead
Alaska?
here, but I'm still officially in command of this mission.
How do you cover something like that up?
You find a way.
Now, Mr.
Blame it
Secretary
on the
of
Middle
Defense.
East.
Mr. Secretary of Defense, why? How and why has Alaska been nuked?
If you do
Exposed electrical outlet.
Okay, Snake.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Actually, sir, we gotta tell you people the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The real reason we bombed Alaska was because zombies.
Aliens.
Oh, okay. Here, I found my penis.
You better get out of there, Snake.
Are you sure? It'll be bad for you.
Don't worry. It's the least I can do for you, after all the lies.
Colonel.
I'm ordering them to cancel the bombing run.
It's funny,
After
'cause
that,
you
there's
can
no turning
barely
back.
see Campbell's eyes.
What are you doing?
Missing no son of a bitch.
All of a sudden, I got 680 SOCOMs.
I'm not gonna play here.
Roy Campbell has been
Who the fuck is this?
duty.
Did you read the instruction book that came with the game, Elliot?
Wait, he looks like Pecker from Ghostbusters.
He
does?
Yeah, he does.
This man has no dick.
He looks like Walter Peck from Ghostbusters. It's weird.
Yes, he's a ridiculous ridiculous man. He truly believed that he was in command of this operation.
You bastard.
There won't
So I've
be
been
a
told.
speck of evidence
That's what
left.
my business card says.
I'm sure the president would want the same thing.
President ordered this?
The president is a busy man.
So now,
I have complete
Damn it,
authority
Clinton.
here.
How do you plan on explaining a nuclear attack on Alaska to the media?
aliens.
Don't worry. We've prepared a convincing cover story. We'll simply say that the terrorists exploded a nuclear device.
Smart.
I can imagine a lot of people reading that and making fun of it in the next day's paper. Like when Snake was carrying around a nuclear warhead that just
Like a political cartoon of him lollygagging with, with the nuclear warhead.
After all,
He was my friend.
oh
you
shit.
could care less about what happens to everybody else, huh?
Well, if you give me the optic disc, I might consider saving them.
What are you talking about?
Metal Gear's test data. Donald was supposed to bring it back.
I don't have it.
Then you're fucked.
Oh well, that's okay. You two are an embarrassment from the 1970s.
Oh, that's not
Our
nice.
country's dirty little secret. You can't be allowed to live. Well, the bombs will be dropping soon, and you two have a lot of catching up to do. Farewell.
Off the mic, he does actually kind of remind me of Major Zero.
Kind of does. Major Zero.
There's no way out for us. Let's finish this before the airstrike.
Liquid, you got a bad sense of priority, man.
Alright, the gloves are off.
Stole everything
No,
from
the
me.
tux is off, bitch. Let's do this.
He rips the skin to reveal the tux.
Tell me what is rightly mine.
Good lord.
Beautiful
I hate this fight.
for our final
Why?
battle.
Because Johnny has to fist fight and
I
he's not
have
good
to
at
fist
that.
fight, and you have to use this game's shitty combat mechanics.
Yeah, exactly.
It will be
There was
the
no
time limit
there was
for
no
our
other
final
time in the game besides the fight with Gray
This
Fox where you had to
nuclear module is
physically
set to detonate at
get into
the
contact with
precise
someone.
moment
Now you have to do it at the very end of the game, and they expect you, hey, remember that fight with Gray Fox at disc 1?